Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the CATE Program of Study webinar. In this webinar, we'll review the new CATE Program of Study that's going to be required to be filled out and completed by any school that will be utilizing or receiving either federal or state CATE funds. So we'll go over what the Program of Study is, and then we're going to walk through how to complete the Program of Study. So first, what is the Program of Study? So each school offering CATE programs will be required to complete a program of study beginning in the year 2019-2020. It will be due August 1st and submitted through Epicenter. Each section must be completed, so please take your time answering the questions. As we go through it, you'll see the questions require some thought and some thinking on how you as a school are addressing the specific areas in the program of study. You'll also see the first page, the first couple of pages are assurances, and those will need to be signed by the school leader, and a copy of that signed page will need to be submitted through Epicenter as well. So let's take a walk through the actual program of study. So here you can see, as you're all familiar with this format, it's the same format we use for our special education policies and procedures. So there are areas in which you'll need to fill out as a school, and there are areas in which you won't be able to edit or make any changes to. So here on the first page, you see this gray box, and all you're going to do is click it, hit the arrow, and then what you're going to do is pick your school. And then here where it says school leader, you can click here and you can enter the text and the name of your school leader. As we go through the document, the first page is that introduction, tells you a little bit about what it is and why we're doing this. And it's just a reminder that we as the public charter school district maintain the authorizer and LEA role, but each of you has the autonomy to develop the program of study that's individualized to meet the needs of your school, as long as they're consistent with our policies and procedures, as well as adhering to state and federal laws regarding CATE programs. This is a living document and may be changed and edited at any time. And as updates are done, you'll see in the history where some changes might be made from year to year. If you have any questions concerning this, please feel free to reach out to me, and there's my phone number. So let's go down. So here you see the first two pages are those assurances I talked about a few minutes ago. And really basically all they're saying is that you will follow everything you're supposed to when it comes to CATE programs. Talks a little bit about the funds and that you as a school agree to use them as allowed by the different grants, whether it's federal or state, that you'll hold and have advisory committees, that you'll offer full programs, and that students with disabilities or those special populations will have the same opportunities as others to be enrolled in those CATE courses. You'll see here information about quality review measures, in which you must do at the end of each year, where you're reviewing your programs and really talking as a team about how you can make those programs better and what changes might you make in the future for them. And then the last thing is about that you will utilize any forms that are required by our district. So here you see is the line for the signature for the school leader, and then the date that it's signed. This is the page that's going to need to be uploaded with the original signature. So as we go through, you can see here your table of contents, tells you each page and what we're going to review in this program of studies. So the first page is the program coordinator contact. This is just basic information about who's running the program with their address and phone number. It's also asking for the school's website, the school-based coordinator name, email and phone number, the school leader name, and then the individual or firm that's responsible for the financial accounting of the program. As you know, it's recommended that any school that's offering CATE programs identify either a CATE coordinator or a main contact at the school that can be reached and I can work directly with in terms of these programs. And then again, all you're going to do where it says red is just click on the box and you can enter the text. As we move down, the next section talks about the CATE secondary program of study. So this is indicating, as some of you know, Perkins was reauthorized and is now Perkins 5. And the state has indicated some updated guidelines in it. Basically, it's just saying that if you're offering a CATE program, that you are receiving federal Perkins or state funds, that you're also offering relevant components of at least one full CATE program. And there are the descriptions of what needs to be included in those. And there you either click, you can see where it's highlighted, I agree or I do not agree. And again, you're just going to go through and fill out this information. I'm not going to read through every question. You all will have this document and be able to see it. I just wanted to go through the basis of how you're going to actually fill it out. So here, for example, if you have an MOA or an MOU with a post-secondary school such as Greenville Tech, you want to enter the date that that MOU or MOA took place. Here you're going to enter the program component and CIP codes of the program, the full program that you're offering. It does say you have to offer at least one, but if you are offering more than one, please put all of the programs you are offering in its full component. And then again, as you go over here, there's 2 more questions regarding this area. The next section is going to be about dual enrollment or post-secondary credit. So if part of your MOU or MOA indicates that students can receive college credits by participating in the program, we want to know a little bit more about that information and about that agreement and what it entails. The next section over here is going to talk about the development, implementation, and evaluation of your CATE programs. So here you can see these areas are in red. This is nothing for you to fill out. This is just references on where you're going to find this information. For example, up here, the accountability indicators, and then this is the link to find those on our public charter school CATE Google site. The next one is about reporting procedures, and then the handbook for advisory council committees. And again, there's 3 questions to answer. Well, sorry, more than 3. There's 4 questions, 5 questions, 6, 7, 8, a bunch of questions to answer about how you all are identifying those CATE programs and how you're working together with, for example, career and guidance or academic counseling, how you're evaluating those programs, questions such as that. The next section moves on to your special populations group. Here is where we're asking, how are you providing support and identifying and adopting strategies to assist these special populations in your CATE programs? So again, these questions I realize are lengthy and they require some thought, but we want to make sure that we're not just getting one-word answers or one-sentence answers. We want really good quality answers because I know we have very good quality programs in all of our schools. So now we just need to take that information and put it here on paper for us. The next question here is about the programs and courses. So here we want to know what programs and courses you're offering in your school. Again, here's some reference for some quick reference guide, and also the programs and course codes. There's a link to find those. And here you're going to list the CATE program codes and courses that make up each of your programs. You may have some courses that are not part of an actual program, but you're just offering some CATE classes. So you want to list those here. And then if you are a school that also has middle school, we want to know the course code for those courses offered at that middle school level. The next section is about expenditures. Here, there's nothing for you to fill out. This is more for your information, and part of this document just lets you know that, 1, here's the links to find those expenditure guidelines. And when you're requesting or completing your wish list, please look at those guidelines for either the federal Perkins funds or the EI state expenditure guidelines to make sure that you are requesting things that are within those actual guidelines. The next section here talks about inventory. So beginning next school year, we are going to require that each school at the end of the year complete an inventory of any funds bought with either CATE state or CATE federal funds. Here's that link again to those guidelines and that inventory form. And then we also want to know, how are you all making decisions and making sure we're not duplicating equipment about what equipment to purchase. And then the final section talks here about quality review measures. As you know, we are evaluated by the State Department when it comes to CATE, and we are audited. And part of the requirements is that each school participating in CATE and accepting those funds will complete a quality review measure. These are surveys for teachers and administrators to fill out. It's recommended that you do it at least at the end of the school year or towards the end of the school year, but you might want to consider maybe doing it mid-year and then reviewing it again at the end of the year in terms of your programs and how you can better what went right, what didn't go right, what things can you improve on. It's also recommended that when you hold your advisory committee meetings, that these documents are shared and you as a team overall discuss these results and what things might be done to improve your already strong programs. And here, all you have to add is, now we realize that you may not actually have a date, but just kind of an anticipated date of when you're going to do those quality review measures. Once those measures are done, those surveys need to be kept and maintained in the recommendation would be a notebook of some sort that each teacher or each coordinator, CATE coordinator at the building holds. So when I come and do an on-site visit, at least once a year, I can look at that notebook and see that these things have been completed. So in terms of the actual program of studies, this is all you need to complete. Again, I realize this is a lengthy document. It is going to require some time. It is going to require some real thinking and some teamwork and collaboration with your team and your teachers and your CATE program director at your school. That's why you will have, all summer to develop this. But I will need it by August 1st before the school year starts so we can have these up and running for next school year. So that, in a nutshell, is the program of study. It is an epicenter. It's already there, so feel free to go ahead and start working on it once you review this and you get ready to go. And I look forward to a strong 2019-20 school year with some fantastic CATE programs. And again, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. There's my contact information while you're completing it. I'm here in the summer. I'm pretty much here all the time. But just give me a call or shoot me an email and we can set up a time to talk about it and walk through it if you have questions. And I hope everybody has a great day.